Hi everybody, welcome to School of Scarlett. Today I have another message for you. So something pretty crazy happened last night, and so I want to share that here with you today. An intuitive message came through with it. So if you are new here, I would encourage you to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, because I am putting out daily intuitive messages on a consistent basis. So hit that notification bell so that you can be notified when these videos come out. So again, something pretty crazy happened last night. I was letting my dogs in for the evening. I was calling for them. They were taking a little bit more time than usual to come in, which I thought was a little bit strange, but whatever, it happens. And so eventually they came inside at the same time I was cooking dinner, and I began to smell like this burning smell. And I went, to check what was in my oven. I was kind of heating up some taco shells, and come to find out they were burned. So I thought, okay, I just burned something. That's what that smell is. And so I just, continued to do my cooking and stuff. And then as I got ready to, get my dog's dog food out, I usually play with them a little bit, cuddle them and just all of that stuff. So my dog is Blue, and we have another dog named Sarah, who is more of my husband's dog. We, pick our own dogs, but of course there are family dogs. But anyhow, so I went to go pet and cuddle with Blue, my dog, and all of a sudden I get this whiff of some smell way up in my nose. It was the strongest smell I'd ever smelled. It went all the way up my nostril, and I could just not believe it. I instantly jumped back. I couldn't believe the smell on him. And so the only thing that I can conclude is that he got sprayed by a skunk. And so I go to check Sarah, which is, our other dog, and she has been sprayed by a skunk as well. So I can only conclude that they were out, messing around somewhere, and they came across a skunk and got sprayed. Now, the unusual part about this is that this story that I'm going to share with you, this intuitive message, is about my dogs. But I'm going to share with you that this intuitive message really is not about dogs. I want you to really pay attention, because there may be some things that resonate in your life about what is going on with my dogs. So ever since we got Sarah, she's a puppy who was abandoned at our home. We live at the end of a cul-de-sac, and it's kind of out in the country in the middle of nowhere. And when people have puppies that they don't want, they oftentimes come to our location to just dump them. So that's how we got my dog Blue, and that's how we've gotten most of all of our cats. So yeah, that is the, what happens where I live. And anyhow, so Sarah was one of these puppies, and we got her maybe, I don't know, 6 to 7 months ago this way. And ever since we got her, she's pretty young. Blue is more of an older dog, and so she's pretty young. She's gotten into trouble over and over and over again since we've gotten her. And the funny thing is, we've had Blue for maybe 7 years. That's my dog. And he's been a pretty, good dog. What he does is he enjoys to really walk the perimeter of our property and guard it. And he likes to stay on the property, and you will see him guarding the perimeter. You'll see him when I go take my walks every day. He walks with me, and he kind of guards and makes sure that nothing is in my path, nothing gets in my way, that nothing happens. The other thing I notice is every time I go out to the mailbox, Blue will come with me kind of to protect me, and he will mark, his territory all around. As I'm walking, there's certain spots that he marks. So he's a very protector dog. He knows his role. He has a very good plan, and he enjoys his life. But ever since we got Sarah, Sarah is this little dog, she's gotten a little bigger now, but she runs off a lot. She's a puppy. She doesn't really understand. And I've talked about her in my previous videos before on here, if you've been on here for a while. We even had to get her an electric fence, a collar, and all these things to try to keep her in the property. But she would continually get into trouble. We would find her miles away. She had run away. We would find her, we would get phone calls. We've gotten a handful of phone calls about her. We had to put up signs for her. We lost her one time. Another time she got into a whole lot of trouble. She got shot. Another time she ran off and she got involved with some pigs or something. She had some cuts on her and things. So over and over and over again, she's been getting into this kind of trouble. And so the thing about it is, Blue has not gotten into trouble these whole 7 years, but ever since she came into the picture, he also was attacked by pigs. He also was found far away from home because he was going after her to protect her, following her. And of course, he really enjoys playing with her as well. So he enjoys being with her. So he runs off with her. And this has caused nothing but trouble in his life. And he's almost become very grumpy when he comes in. He like goes into our guest bedroom and just kind of falls asleep, doesn't want anything to do with people because he's so exhausted from running after Sarah and all of her crazy, mishaps and, adventures that she gets into. So today was a day that I really had this message come through as the smell was just kind of reeking off of him, that, this was something that had never happened before. He had never been sprayed by a skunk, but now I couldn't really play with him. I couldn't interact with him. He felt miserable. He probably smelt the smell on himself and he couldn't handle it. So he was like not really himself. And it really got me thinking as this message came through that oftentimes in our own lives, we get distracted by things. We get distracted by things just like Blue gets distracted with Sarah. We start following others. We start, picking up friends, or, maybe we have a crush on someone, or, we have a desire for something and it's not exactly the best thing for us. And it takes us off of our path. Blue had a very specific path of being the protector dog on our property, which is a great role for him. And he absolutely loves that role. But he got distracted with Sarah, and this distraction would take him into trouble, basically. And so this sort of thing can happen to us in our own lives if we are not careful and we do not guard what we have. So you have something very, very powerful, very, very great within you. You have a purpose here, whether you've tapped into that or not, you do. And step by step, it will be unveiled to you, revealed to you. And you may already know what it is as I'm talking about it here now. But things will come up in your life that are distractions, just like Sarah is a distraction to Blue. You'll start chasing women, you'll start chasing sex, you'll start chasing money, you'll start chasing a multitude of things, items, material items and things. And we think that that's what will make us happy. We think that is what is great at the moment. But as we start chasing this more and more and we get away from our true purpose within, we begin to get into trouble. And at the end of the day, we really stink. We go home and we really feel tired and we stink from all of the craziness of the distractions that have brought us those things. So this is a intuitive message, a reflection to you. Is there something in your life right now that is distracting you from your true purpose, from your true mission here? You're not meant to follow the world. You're not meant to fall into all of these distractions and get distracted away from your true purpose. Because at the end of the day, you know what truly matters to you. And you can become almost shameful, almost feeling of guilt can come up from following these distractions, because at the end of the day, you realize they didn't make you happy, or they made you run in circles and you didn't get anywhere with it. So the other day I was also kind of, listening to something about celibacy. I think they were talking about monks or something. And they were talking about how, these sexual desires can also be like a distraction for people. So that's one of the things that came up. And I don't know if that's something that is resonating with anybody here on this video. But it could be a multitude of things. And so this is just a call to reflect. Is there something in your life that is distracting you? It could be a substance. It could be, suddenly you're drinking more. Suddenly you're more obsessed with certain games or something. Maybe you're a gamer. Maybe there's something in your life that is pulling you away. Maybe it is an actual other, like another person, just like it is for Blue, it's another dog. So we have to really guard our dreams, our true heart's desires away from these distractions. And you're going to be called along your journey to let go of things that no longer serve you. People and items and things in your life, they're not meant for your next step. There are things that are going to be left behind. There are things that you're not going to move forward with. And what are those things for you here and now? And if you're resonating with something right now, if something is popping up to your consciousness that you have to let go of, that is a sign to you that you're ready to let that go, because you're conscious of it, that it is something that is distracting you from your true purpose. So begin to let that go. Begin to release that and go back into who you truly are. Go back into doing the things that truly bring you joy, the things that truly align with your true purpose and your heart, so that you don't fall into a stinky mess and then find yourself feeling horrible and smelly and depressed over what you have chosen aside from your heart. So go within. So I hope that this message found you well. I hope that it resonated with you. If it did, share it with others. It may resonate with others. I encourage you right now to hit that like button. That would really, really help me out. Leave me a comment down below of anything that has resonated with you in this video, anything that you want to share with others. Comment something down below. That would really help me out. And if you are new here, again, I encourage you to subscribe to my channel to come back for these daily messages. If you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for being here. I absolutely love you all, and I will catch you on our next message. I love you all.